to be caught. Here I come now, let's play hide and seek. Riding on the playground, no one dares to make a sound. Round and round and round and round, no one wants to be first found.
Good morning to you. Yes, it's going to sound like I live in a zoo. There's a monkey. Okay, I'm going to have a wild animal in the car too. So, I want to bring you guys a little something. This is the cops spraying luminol to look for blood. And this, I believe, is in between a triangle of Taylor Apartments, which is right behind the guy standing facing us, the Queen Apartments, and 1122 King. And right there happens to be nothing but a manhole. Turn it around. People have been hunted, now it's your turn to... I can't rhyme that one that fast. That's Manhunt from, Flashdance. Manhole. I'm going for a manhole. Turn it around. Yeah, turn it around. We don't want the manhole. Ooh, that's nasty. I didn't mean it to come out like that, but I'm going to keep it because, it's one of those mornings. And my cat is chasing the reflection from my cell phone on the roof of the car. Yeah. So she'll be jumping back and forth over my head periodically. And you'll be hearing some thuds on the ceiling, because she's hitting it really hard. Anyway, so these are just a few pictures right here of them doing their thing. Well, it's just a picture getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Blows up. So why would they be looking over here? I'll tell you why. Because this is where part of it happened. We could see it, we could hear it, we all could feel it. In our hearts and our minds, we know it. It didn't all happen at the house. In fact, I'm starting to think that nothing really happened at the house, except for the staging. That kind of looks like a manhole to me. Let me show you a little something. You see this right here? See where these manholes are right here? And you see where the other one is on Taylor? Right where the cops were that night? Or that morning? At 3:12 and the people ran across the street? Do you think they might have put the weapon? I've always thought they put the weapon down there. That sound where you hear that person running and you hear that sound of that heavy metal just slamming on the ground, or it sounds like a trunk or something like that. But there's two different times where it sounds it's loud. It sounds like a freaking big chunk of metal being dropped. Is what it sounds like. Do you think that's where the weapon is? And if so, were they looking for that weapon as it moved within these tunnels and underground waterways? Were they looking for it as it moved toward two different areas, as the flow made its way wherever it makes its way? And what engineer or schooled person in that university, as in frat, would know these systems? Who's training in this? Well, I'll tell you one of them, and that would be Madison's boyfriend. I believe he's training to be either an architect or an engineer. So there's also one, so if it's moving, let's say if it goes to the manhole on Queen to Taylor and moves down towards Linda, or if it goes, see there's the dumpster at the end where the Linda Lane is. You can see where the dumpster is right there, which is weird they put that there, but that's kind of cool. I'm glad they did. At least I think that's what it is. But look where it goes. They say that there's an entrance to the steam tunnels, the ones where they're filmed by those guys. I think it was Ferris that filmed it actually, because I think DJ's in that film. DJ Myers, the football guy. Or I don't even know if he actually plays football. He's not on the roster. He was in high school. In fact, he played football. Well, I don't know. I never saw him play with DJ, but DJ's the way he portrays DJ Ferris is that he's this big football guy in all of his like videos, is what it seems like to me. And I quite frankly haven't seen DJ play football, so nor did I see him play suited up in high school either. So I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, so you've got these areas, and then you've got the end of King. Look at that. These little entrances. And these are the main ones, you guys. The main areas where the steam tunnels are. I mean, this is why this house is protected. This is why this house was torn down. And no one has looked in. How come no one's looked into the Queen apartment yet? Except for me. The owner of Queen. And that they've just sold Queen recently. And that Enon moved out of Queen in, it was October? I think he moved out in October. I think it was October. Because he's got a whole nother place now. It looks like it might be on a lake or something. I'm not sure. But it's definitely not the apartments he's in. And look where it ends up. Look at this little schematic here. Yeah, it's just, and look at where it ends, you guys. The X that's behind, it's literally at the base of the hill where the Moyers live, where I believe there might be some kind of door or something in that hill. You got to think how built up that hill is, right? If there was a mine in there, like way back when, which it does show that the King, in the old pictures of the King Road, that there were, that the one that owned that place, he had a gold mine. That house is built over a gold mine, you guys. I don't know if you know that, but it is literally a gold mine. I'm not lying. It is documented in the history books. Van, Open-Minded Perspectives, has a good video on it. And I think, I don't know if Luna had it or I'm not sure who. I remember coming across it because there was a guy, there used to be, haven't seen him lately, but he used to come up in my comments and direct me to really, really great books of Idaho history, and that's how I found it. He actually linked it to me. A lot of other things. I learned where he is. Was it Edward something? I can't remember. It's been so long. God, it's so hard to get to all the comments, you guys. I'm so sorry if I don't get to you. Just know that I love you, and I mean, I even tried. My biggest thing is I feel bad if I comment on one and I don't comment on another. It makes me feel like I'm playing favorites or something, which I'm not, but it makes me feel like that way. And I've always been like that. I've always been like, not that you're an underdog if I don't comment, nothing like that, but I've always been for the I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I'm just one of those people. I just am. So, okay, so there's a car. Oh, leaving, hold on. So, the X's are the catch basins. When we're talking about catch basins, and I know this is going to be horrifying to even think about, because it's hard for me. really hard for me because it's disgusting. But you see where that X is up by Linda Lane, that catch basin? And there's another one on the other side of the Queen Road Apartments. Now, I don't really know what catch basin means, but to me what it sounds like is, and this is going to sound horrible, but to me, this right here would be the perfect place for them to do a sacrifice. I know I'm going to sound totally out there, and I do not know why. This is something that's been in my brain, and I hate it. And I dislike the word hate. I dislike it very, very much, put it that way, tremendously. But this has always been in my head. Ever since, okay, so at first, when I watched the Linda Lane, I didn't know there was a big barrier there, that big cement barrier that goes that half circle that goes all the way around and blocks off the two parking lots. I didn't realize that was there. And so the things I was seeing were later totally different because I did not know that that was there. But once I figured out that was there, things changed. Because I saw different things that were there on this side of the cement barrier. And unfortunately for me, where my brain goes sometimes, is that I pictured them doing that right there. Because if you look at that, it's kind of tilted up a little bit, right? That basin, or well, I'm going to call it, now I want to call it basin. Because what I've called it before, without even knowing that this is what they're calling these things, is catch basins, I didn't even know that until I just looked at this picture just now. In my head, I knew that they had something like that, but I was thinking they were manholes. Well, they are manholes. Some are manholes, like the one at the bottom of Linda Lane, which I've done a video on about them, maybe the knife being down there, or the weapon being down there as well. But when I heard catch basins, I didn't, how do I explain this? When I first saw that cement barrier, please don't jump on me because this is going to sound crazy. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I used to watch 6 Feet Under all the time. It's such a great series with Dexter. Dexter, you know that he's one of the main characters in 6 Feet Under. Him and his brother own a mortuary. Yeah. Well, and so it's all about this and about how when people pass away, what happens, how they go about doing this and doing that. Well, when I first saw that cement stuff, my first immediate thought was catch basin for crimson. That it holds it in there and it doesn't go anywhere past that cement barrier. And then the flow, since it's on like a, it's kind of like it almost looks like it's up higher, so it wouldn't go down. And maybe I'm wrong. I'd have to see it. I'd really have to see it like in person, really. But right here, when I'm seeing these X's right here, and it says catch basins right here, that makes perfect sense in my head as what I thought when I first saw those cement barriers. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. I know it does. But that's where the flow would go if there was a sacrifice over there on Linda Lane, where there's 2 catch basins. So in case one got out, in case any flow got out, it would go down the other one, the manhole. So I'm wondering what the difference is between the manhole one with the catch basin and the one with just a catch basin. What? Would it stay in there if it's just a catch basin? You'd think at one point, like, is it a catch basin for, like, you know, like when you're on the street and the water like the grates on the road, and they're covered in leaves, and like water starts bubbling out of them and whatever, because water can't flow down inside them anymore. I wonder if that's what they mean by just regular catch basins. But then you got the one with the manhole. And if the one was overflowing, can water get down a manhole? It's pretty much contained, isn't it? Okay, I'm just thinking aloud in my head to you guys. I'm thinking aloud, talking to you guys in my head. Yeah. Sitting in a car with my cat. Oh yeah, she's crazy. Oh lordy. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for the day. Well, not the day, because I do have a lot of other stuff coming out. Not stuff I've been not necessarily holding on to, but haven't had the time for one, and my brain power, like trying to connect it in my brain to find the images and things that I need, and the storage on my phone to keep it and get it to you onto a video. And I'm telling you, yesterday's video, that last one I did, that thing took me forever to do that video. I have never had a video that was so long. That one was, I mean, oh my God. Anyway, that one means a lot to me because of the strategic way it was. And I think what needs to be done also is really looked at that when they're walking back like that, and the cop's walking back and you see his cam, zero in, enlarge those areas off to the right of the cop where he's walking, because that's where the frat boys would have been running towards. And there are some lights and some stuff down there that I couldn't get because I didn't have the room on my phone to actually do any more than I did. Like, I was shocked that it actually let all that go from CapCut. That was like 500 megabytes, which is really a lot. It was over that, actually, for me to do on CapCut to get from my phone to you guys. So that was a big file for me doing that. And like I said, I didn't think CapCut was going to allow me to do everything, because when you layer stuff on top of layer stuff, like every text, a little word sentence you put in there, every pointer, every overlay you do, which there's a ton in that one, every music song, your voiceovers, everything is a backup. Is store. It causes CapCut to go, whoa, you got too many things on one part. You can't do this. You're overloaded. Blah 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 blah. It starts screaming at you, and then it starts glitching. And then you got to go back and figure out what you want to take out, what you don't want to take out, anything. So you just kind of move it around a little bit. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've had it really backfire on me. But this time it turned out it came out fairly good, but there's a couple little glitches. But anyway, that video literally took me all day to make, into the evening, to when I uploaded it. And then it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 tries to upload. So every time it wouldn't upload, I'd have to turn my phone off, go back in, delete the file. Thank God I never deleted it from CapCut. Oh my God. At one point I thought I did. I just about started crying. Oh my God. I mean, I literally just about started crying. I mean, I was so close. I did scream the F word. But thank God it was still there. Whew, that was so close. But anyway, it's all connected, you guys. You see where that Taylor one is on here. And where is that, you guys? Think about it. Right there. That driveway right there. Right there. That is where the cops stopped. With the boys. With the 3 boys. 4 boys, actually. Saeed, who is probably not, he's not a boy. In fact, he was a huge part of it, I believe. Well, he was something in this act. Put it that way. But right there. Right there. See that cement walkway right there? That's the walkway. Oh, no, it isn't. Wait a second. No, I'm wrong. Okay, so it's down from there. Okay, but here's the thing. Now, on the video cam, and I've told you, I've mentioned this before. No, I don't know if I don't, like I said, I don't get to all the comments, and I apologize. But if you watch that Linda Lane footage, and I'm telling you, you got to be diligent, and you got to have some patience, because from that cam, if you zoom your screen in as big as it'll go, and you look at the very top, the very middle top of your screen, you're going to see a little teeny dot. Ooh, true killer crime. Baby girl, this is what you need to, you need to zero in on this. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to tell you about this. I don't know why I didn't think about this. Okay, I'm getting to you. Okay. Anyway, in that dot is a light. So you know where the runners are, and you can see the runners running past that light? Well, guess what? In that little dot at the top of the screen in the middle, you can see a fight. You can see all the bodies. You can see people running. So if someone can get that, oh yes, I cannot wait to text you. Anyway, that right there would be where that other little thing, that little manhole is, right there on Taylor Avenue. Direct line almost from that camp. Well, basically, right, it is a direct line from the camera to there. And in between, oh wait, no, that still wouldn't be right. Actually, it's on the other side of the queen one, which is that one right there. It would be on the other side, but okay, I'm wrong right there. Okay, never mind. But I'm not said that, but there's still, you can see that little dot in the middle, that little light in the middle to middle upper, very, very top of your screen. So why I think it's right there and you can see it so much. So if you move this yellow line to the other side of this little yellow, or whatever, not yellow, but this black and white house, that is the other queen apartment. So now you're looking at this. Let me see this. Because there's a walkway. Like they can walk. See the walkway on the other side of the queen apartment there, right there? It's really close together. It's kind of hard to see in this picture, actually. So it's probably not the best picture to see it in. Maybe right here. But still, it's kind of difficult. But on the other side, so you've got the one queen that are facing like up and down from us right now, and the other one that's facing the camera, which is the little one off to the left over here. In between that and the back side of Taylor Avenue, back side of the houses and the apartments right there, there's a walkway. It goes right up in between all those places. And at one point, you can see lights. They're all walking up from Taylor all the way up to Linda Lane. I mean, there's so much in Linda Lane that I have not even touched base on because I don't have the ability to make it bigger and show you guys those things because it's just so hard. I mean, people already as it is can't see certain things and can't hear things. So, but anyway, I'm cutting this short. I don't even know if this is going to make it onto the video, but I'm gonna get the true killer crime. That's what I'm gonna do. We know what you did. Here's one for you too. If you can get it bigger, awesome, you guys. Rollo, you too, buddy. Let's get her going. Let's make this happen. Love you all. You guys rock. You rock. And you roll, baby. Have a great day.